So flags raised, being called in. And they're off and racing. Loose Chips and Fruity Rooney, two confirmed front runners, ensure it's a brisk approach to the first of 20 fences. RBO arrives at the first in third place, which they all take. In fourth is Caulfield's Venture, racing on the inside of Bob Tucker. Then Financial Climate as Loose Chips and Fruity Rooney head on towards the second. Loose Chips has jumped the first two better than Fruity Rooney. RBO is in third place, Bob Tucker in fourth on the inside of the grey Akil. And we have Desert Joe in the blue and yellow colours ahead of Financial Climate, Caulfield's Venture and Sands Cove held up at the rear of the field. The first of the open ditches, which they all take okay. So out in front, it is Loose Chips, heading on towards the last of this line of four fences with Fruity Rooney, just content now to sit about a length or so off the lead. But again, just puts in an extra stride. Caulfield's Venture just pecked in midfield as well. So Loose Chips travelling exuberantly on the front end, leads Fruity Rooney by 2 lengths. RBO is in third, ahead of Bob Tucker in fourth. Financial Climate on the inside of the grey Akil. On the inner of both of those is Caulfield's Venture. Desert Joe scouting wide, and held up at the back is Sands Cove. So Loose Chips, travelling with exuberance, has already made the turn, pursued by Fruity Rooney towards the next line of four fences. And again, Fruity Rooney tries his luck on the outside, but again, Loose Chips matches him in the jumping department. 4 clear from Bob Tucker. RBO next, ahead of Financial Climate, Akil, Desert Joe. Reach another one. Loose Chips and Fruity Rooney making this a real test. RBO's received a reminder in fourth place after a couple of slightly sloppy jumps. The leaders are on towards another open ditch. Loose Chips and Fruity Rooney. From Bob Tucker and RBO, Caulfield's Venture just sulking slightly. Can run in snatches, and he just dropped the bridle for 50 yards or so there. As Loose Chips and Fruity Rooney beginning to find their rhythm. Leading from Bob Tucker and RBO. Financial Climate and Akil, and of Desert Joe, Caulfield's Venture, and Sands Cove in no hurry early on at the back of the field. The front two have been in quite a hurry. They've set a good pace here. Loose Chips racing keenly, kept honest by Fruity Rooney, and they're already on towards the 9th. Loose Chips from Fruity Rooney, 5 to 6 lengths back to Bob Tucker as they approach the next. Akil is over on the outside of RBO. Financial Climate next. Desert Joe, the latest to be chased along. So these two, by setting a decent gallop, have got a few of them running in snatches slightly in behind. Fruity Rooney and Loose Chips both measure that well. Caulfield's Venture again a bit slow. So out in front, it's Loose Chips who leads. Old Fruity Rooney in second place, 2 lengths away. Pack now beginning to close. Desert Joe having been shaken up, has made ground with Bob Tucker and Akil. Financial Climate's chased along. RBO's been under pressure for a while. Sands Cove, despite being back in the field, has actually travelled stronger than most. Certainly Caulfield's Venture, who at the moment isn't having a going day, but there's still a circuit for that to change. As the front two just pausing for breath, prepare to run downhill towards the next. Loose Chips and Fruity Rooney. Bob Tucker only about a length or so away as they approach the 11th. Akil comes next, and Financial Climate and Desert Joe, as the leaders are both pretty good over that, as indeed are the whole field. Loose Chips leading Fruity Rooney. Bob Tucker in third, Akil, Financial Climate, Desert Joe, as the leaders reach the next fence. Again, they're all over it, though RBO's lost an awful lot of ground, and so's Caulfield's Venture. Those two really are toiling in the rear. So another open ditch is next. Loose Chips and Fruity Rooney. Still travelling comfortably, Bob Tucker and Akil, as they reach another one. Over in 5th place, Desert Joe, then Financial Climate. Sands Cove patiently ridden. He's just beginning to get a little bit more involved now. RBO and Caulfield's Venture aren't, however, as Fruity Rooney jumps past Loose Chips over that. So Fruity Rooney at the far end with Loose Chips still on the inside. The two of them from Akil and Bob Tucker. Desert Joe ridden along, Financial Climate ridden along. Say, Sands Cove has travelled strongly. He's in 7th place. He still goes okay. But this has been a very solid test indeed. And it's found a few out. Certainly RBO is about to be pulled up. Caulfield's Venture's completely tailed off. So Loose Chips has re-established the lead. But Fruity Rooney's a constant challenger on the outside. Then Akil, Bob Tucker, Sands Cove working into it in 5th place as the leader reaches the next. Oh, Fruity Rooney, plenty of spring in his step this afternoon, the old boy. On the outside of Loose Chips, Akil, Bob Tucker and Sands Cove, however, are still waiting in the wings. But Fruity Rooney's getting into some sort of rhythm. Bob Tucker got into the bottom of that. as they make their way up towards the final open ditch fall from the finish. Fruity Rooney and Loose Chips with a keel to grey. Sands Cove continuing to edge closer. And then behind these on the inside is Bob Tucker. Racing towards the last on the side of the course. Fruity Rooney out in front by a length from Loose Chips. 3 from the finish. A keel next, then Sands Cove. And on the home turn, Fruity Rooney and Loose Chips have really given this a good go, these two. And old Fruity Rooney has got to the front by a length and a half here. Loose Chips in second. A keel's pushed along. Sands Cove for the first time, and then Bob Tucker. So at 12 years of age, Fruity Rooney heads towards the second last with a 2 to 3 length lead. Loose Chips, Sands Cove trying to throw down challenges with a keel, and Bob Tucker 2 from the finish. Fruity Rooney needs to continue to jump soundly because the pack of youngsters are at his heels. Loose Chips has never gone away. Sands Cove now throws down his challenge as they head to the last. Loose Chips is having another crack at Fruity Rooney. Still can't get to them, Sands Cove. These two locked in combat over the last. Loose Chips, Fruity Rooney on the far side. Then Sands Cove. It's Loose Chips who's away faster. Fruity Rooney can't raise anything else. Sands Cove in third. Now Loose Chips is putting himself up in front. Fruity Rooney is coming back. What a struggle. What a horse race. Fruity Rooney diving back at the idling Loose Chips. Could go either way. Sands Cove third, Desert Joe in fourth place, and a keel in fifth.
Photo finish, photo finish. Here is the outcome of the photo finish for first place. First, number 8, Fruity Rooney. Second, number 3. Third, number 7. And the fourth place horse, number 6. The full result to our 5th race of the afternoon, the Spey from Speyside Distillery Whisky Handicap Steeplechase. First, number 8, Fruity Rooney.